Okay, so that's the centering part of the class. Okay, 2 to 5 minutes for 1 hour class. After you finish the centering, it doesn't always happen, but in flow yoga or hatha yoga, you might have a warm up. And that's maybe around 3 to 5 minutes. You're going to have a little warm up. And so what happens in the warm up? You're preparing for the yoga by mobilizing joints, because we do stretches. And if we want to do stretches, joint mobility is important. How do we mobilize joints? What do we do? Give me an example of mobilizing joint. Yeah? You know? Okay. What else? Then we do dynamic movements. Dynamic movements meaning you're not holding anything. You're moving. Name me an example of a dynamic movement that might have been used in a hatha yoga class. Cat and cow. Yeah, cat and cow. That's a dynamic movement. You're not holding it, you're just moving. Once I went to India and I went to a hatha yoga class and we were doing jumping jacks. And I thought, hang on a minute, this is yoga. However, there's no such thing as yoga. If it fulfills the objective, jumping jacks mobilize the joints and the dynamic movement that will warm you up. Why not? I've been to a hatha yoga class where they just do this. Because we were releasing our wrist because he's going to do lots of arm balances. And he wanted to warm us up quickly, so he didn't have to do too many sun salutations so that we can use our wrist for the arm balance. Why not? Okay, so don't be limited by something that has to look like yoga. If it fits the objective, why not? Yogis are flexible. They're not rigid about how something should look. Okay, just to let you know. Okay, so warm-up is 3 to 5 minutes. That may not be there. For example, in Ashtanga Vinyasa, we do like 10 minutes of sun salutation, maybe 15 minutes of sun salutation. That kind of warms you up. So some schools of yoga use sun salutation as part of the warm-up. So sun salutation, 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what kind of yoga you want to do. Is it an easy yoga? Is it a hard yoga? What style of yoga you want to use? How much you want to make them sweat? All of that. So your sun salutation, there's different styles for different kinds of yoga. You've already done. Manish does different style. I do different style. Ashtanga's different style. If it's got an up dog, down dog in it, it's a sun salutation. Okay, and you end and start like this. Okay. And what's the point of a sun salutation? It's complete spinal preparation and it warms up all the chakras. And that's why we put it in the start of the class, because it opens all the chakras. Okay? Because of the combination of movements they have, especially if you've got some kind of lunge in it. Okay, it opens all the chakras. So that's a great preparation for the rest of the class. Yes?
Complete spinal warm-up, but the normal sensation doesn't have twist.
Except for the twist. So after, you just make sure that in your warm-up you've done a twist, or you do movements with twists, like you do a twisting asana. But you're right about that. The one thing missing is the twist and the side bend. Okay, but this way, yeah. Okay? Okay. So, how many rounds of sun salutation should you do? Depends on you. How many rounds? Do you need to do a sun salutation for your final exam? No. It depends on what you're going to do. But what you do should make sense. And I'll give you some clarity next week. So for your exam, if you choose, you can do anything you want as long as it's educated, logical, and it makes sense. And it fulfills your intention. Okay? Or you can stick to what we've given you. Okay, after the sun salutation, you're now ready for the part that is important in terms of hatha yoga, your asanas. So if this section from 1 to 3, that's the preparatory section, that's around 15 minutes in average. After your asanas, you have Shavasana. And Shavasana must be there. And that's around 5 minutes. So how much time do you have for your asanas? 40 minutes. For 1 hour class, the asanas are 40 minutes. Okay, and it's up to you what you're going to do here and how. But in terms of time management, you and your partner have 40 minutes of asana to cover. Partner A will do centering, warm-up, sun salutation, and some asanas. Partner B will do the rest of the asanas, Shavasana, and after Shavasana, we have something called the closing. So the closing is, you get them out of Shavasana, you put them in here, you do your Om Shantis, and you thank them for coming. That's the closing. Okay, so just like the introduction, so before the centering, we have introduction. We also have closing. So partner B will do asanas, Shavasana, and closing. And that's a whole 1 hour class. Okay? Any, yes.
Is our grade going to be combined with the second person? Like,
No. You'll be graded individually. That's why I want you to teach 30 minutes consecutively. Then you stop teaching and next person goes. What I don't want is you guys to do this. Like, I'll teach the first 10 else. Don't do that because it's hard for us to grade you. We want to see you for 30 minutes. Then we want to see your partner for 30 minutes. Yes, anyone else? Yes.
No, this is maybe not directly related, but this setup, if you want to introduce yoga more into our all day, would you recommend a similar structure to structure our own practice?
Okay. I will, you do what you want. I will write the program or schedule you so that we don't kill the rest of the class. Do you understand? I'm going to look at all of your different class plans, styles, and I'm going to put them in like a program so that for each cluster, you're doing different yogas and not the same thing. And that will help you feel better at the end of the day. Does it make sense? So you do whatever you want. And I want you to have a think about 2 things during the day off. 1, who your partner will be. 2, what kind of yoga do you want to do? So you need to find someone that likes what you like. For example, raise your hand if you think that you want to do Ashtanga Vinyasa for the final exam. Okay, you've got a few people. There's 4 people. Stand up, 4 people, Ashtanga Vinyasa. Stand up. Everyone wants to do Ashtanga Vinyasa. Stand up so you know who you are. There you go. Okay, some of you still don't know. Okay, there you go. So now you know what to look for. Okay, stand up if you want to do Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga, stand up. Look around you. Look around you, yeah? Okay, if you don't know yet, that's fine, but you have an idea, yes? Stand up if you want to do Vinyasa Flow. Okay, stand up, Vinyasa Flow. Okay, there you go. Vinyasa Flow, look around you, yeah? Okay. Stand up if you're still confused as to what you want to do. Okay, look around you. Look around you because you might be able to help each other. What part of the manual should I read if I want to figure out what I want to do? Okay, so let me give you the pages that will enlighten you. Page 28 has a chart. Style of yoga, physical intensity, posture, hold, sequence, awareness directed to. Page 28. You're going to look at that. If you want to do Ashtanga, okay, then we look at, here we go. If you want to do Ashtanga, you're going to read, because there's examples of different sequences. Ashtanga Vinyasa, page 66. Vinyasa flow, page 69. Okay, so you will read that and then you make up your mind after you've read it. And Hatha is on the page after that. Page 70. Hatha is page 70. So read that and make up your mind. You've got 24 hours to make up your mind.
24 hours?
So page 28 is a table with the different styles. Go to 20 so that it can help you make up your mind. Okay, but those of you that already know one they want, these are the different styles that we covered. Okay, I do Vinyasa flow. Okay, and Evelina does Ashtanga. Okay, you're gonna have Manisha again on the when you come back from day off. Yeah, Saturday. So Saturday is 21. Yeah. So that's gonna be exciting. Wait, 21 is what? 21 is Sunday. Let me check. Yeah, 21 is Sunday. Yeah, okay. All right, 21 is Sunday. All right. You will be here. Group B will be in Shala. Group C will be in, different places. You're not all going to be together because that's like 12 classes and I will break you. So no, we're not doing that. Okay. Okay. 3 things to do. Have a little thing that you can read. And that's fine. Of the chant. Okay? And work it into your routine. Work it and just play the recording and everyone go like this. Or you can ask Evelina for help if you need to pronounce something better. Okay? There's a YouTube video of Evelina chanting the mantra, so you can refer to that. Yes?
During the class, do we have to use the Sanskrit names or English names or both? Or
Do you have to use the Sanskrit names?
suppose just
No. You get extra points if you do. Sanskrit. You don't have to. You can use English, no problem. But you get extra brownie points if you have Sanskrit in it. Not a real brownie. Not a real brownie. It's more impressive if you have some Sanskrit in there, but you don't have to. The important thing is what are we looking for? Number 1, if you're demonstrating the poses, are you doing it to the a degree that helps us to communicate how to do it properly? Number 2, are you in the way that we've trained you to do? Okay? Things like mirroring, setup cues, additional cues. Okay? Are you looking at the student? Are you adjusting them? Are you doing beginning and closing nicely? Okay. How about Shavasana, which will teach you also? Yeah. Are you doing a amazing Shavasana? You might do some pranayama in the beginning or the end. We'll teach you. We'll go through a topic called teaching pranayama next week. Yes.
There are styles, we have to determine the level of our class mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's different in the way we teach Ashtanga. We kind of assume that people know Surya Namaskar and you just start.
Yes, you can determine the level because I want you to be comfortable. But also know that when you get out in the real world, think of multi-level. You cannot choose sometimes who walks in the door. You just need to be flexible. So when you teach, you're gonna you're going to teach in a way where a lot of people can understand depending on their level, whether they're beginner or whether they're advanced. Make sense?
Yeah, but for a Shanga, for example, the teacher doesn't demonstrate much at the beginning.
Yeah, but you will. Okay. Any other question? Yes.
For 1 hour class, for how long should be pranayama?
If it's going in the centering and in the closing, you can't make it longer than 5 minutes because then you'll run out of time. So think of 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah. So you choose one pranayama. Don't, unless you're going to do hatha and do like 15 minutes of pranayama in the beginning and then condense the rest of your class.
So for hatha, it's possible also.
Yes. Because you can do 15 minutes of pranayama, you can do 3 pranayam and then go to the hatha section of the class, and which will be a little bit simple, and then you're going to go for shavasana. That's possible too. So if you choose the hatha way, that might be something that speaks to you. Yes.
So we are with our partner, and our partner is looking the class, or she is practicing.
Yeah. So when you're teaching, you're the only teacher. So your partner can either A, be part of the class, B, be working on their own thing and just reviewing to get ready to teach, or C, helping people, but they will not be graded on it just because they're a nice person. Okay, you're only going to be graded on when it's your turn to teach.
Last question, I'm not clear who we're teaching. We're teaching to a group, or
To other students, yes. Around maybe 7 or 8 people. Okay?
on Thursday, right?
On Thursday. That's a week from now, in case there's any. Okay? You've been teaching every day. All we need to do now is just put everything together. And we're still going to be continuing to have little review sessions and little breakouts where you get to, work on it a little next week.
And do we have a written test on
Yes, you do. It's the day after,
the day after?
on Friday. There is no day off. Yes. Yes, next week. It's called sequencing theory. Every day next week. So in case you missed it, every day next week, we're going to go through something called sequencing theory, where I give you why you need to put this before that and how to do that. Okay? Don't worry about it. Yeah.
How many exams in total do we have? Just
2, a practical and a written.
Can you say something about the written?
Yes, and we are going to review you also for written. Written is multiple choice for 80%. The remainder of 20% is either essay or fill in the blanks. Most of it's multiple choice. So if you've got lucky stars and you circle the right number, you can probably pass. If you've been paying attention this whole time, you will have no problem. What do you want to review? The manual. Okay. And I want you to do your best with that. The written formality of yoga, but the practical.
how many persons is in the test, and how should we do for everyone to pass it?
I'm not even going to tell you about it yet. We'll talk about it in the middle of next week. You focus on your practical. So what do you need to do? In 24 hours, you need to work out A, the partner, B, the style on Saturday. You put Saturday afternoon, we're going to meet you and your partner's names and the style of yoga that you're going to do. And if you want, you can choose. Okay? That's all. Okay? Go get ready for kirtan. 4:30. Yeah, you have 20 minutes to get ready. It's in the shala. Danny. Danny, I just realized something. The ecstatic dance on the 21st is at the same time.
Theorie.
Oh, the mic's on.